welcome to my thoughts while standing in the queue. Today I was standing in line waiting for the podiatrist to fix my feet because I've been standing in the line so much, and I was thinking about t-shirts and how they very often profess what I feel. I have a t-shirt that I often wear that's called "I Am a Bitch with Style." It brings the most unusual reactions that you can possibly imagine. For example, I went into a coffee house and the girl behind the counter said, "I am too, and this coffee's on me." And she gave me my coffee. Three middle-aged men looked at me and they poked each other and they pointed and they said, "Oh, there goes another angry divorcee." Well, I am an angry divorcee and I am a bitch, but I'm not that convinced that I have much style. I was thinking it really would be nice if I was wearing a shirt that told the absolute truth. That shirt is a half-truth, and I like to be absolutely honest. When I'm walking down the street and I'm in a blue funk and somebody comes up to me and starts fawning over me, I would love to open up my jacket and I would love to say to them, "I'm out of estrogen and I have a gun." And if they don't pay any attention to me, I'll turn around and on my back it'll say, "I hate everybody and you're next." I have a young man who's been in his early 70s who's been squiring me around, and he very often invites me for dinner. However, when he takes me out for dinner, we usually go to a fast food place and end up eating in his car. This is unacceptable and it's also unhealthy. I was thinking that when I knew I was going out for dinner with this young man, if I wore a t-shirt that said, "So many men, so few can afford me," he might get the hint. And if he doesn't, I can turn around and on my back I can say, "Please, don't treat me any differently than you would treat the Queen." That ought to do it. When I was married, my husband used to come home all the time after he'd finished a hard day at school, and I had finished a hard day at work to send him to that school, and he would say, "I'm hungry. When are we going to have dinner?" Instead of screaming at him and saying, "Well, I'm hungry too, you bastard. Why don't you cook something?" I could have worn a t-shirt that said, "If you want breakfast in bed, go sleep in the kitchen." And if he didn't catch on to that, I could have said, "Dinner is ready when the smoke alarm goes off." That should have done it. And believe me, when I cooked, the smoke alarm went off very, very often. I'm a woman of a certain age, and people love to set aside time to come and visit the little old lady because they feel that they're doing something good. I don't like to be a person that soothes other people's consciences, and I don't particularly like people to bother me when I have a big agenda that I'm trying to finish. I sort of live by the slogan of the poet Robert Frost, who said, "I have miles to go before I sleep, and I want to get those miles in before I sleep." So when someone calls me up and says they want to take me to a movie or they just bought some nappies for me, I could open up my coat and they would see a t-shirt that says, "God made us sisters, Prozac made us friends." If they don't catch on and they insist on calling me up and bringing me tea and crumpets that I can't digest, I would say, "I have an attitude and I know how to use it." That'll do it. However, much as I love all those slogans, my favorite slogan is one that another lady did. She tattooed on the front of her chest, "Do not resuscitate." And then on her back, she said, "Please turn me over." I think that is absolutely marvelous. And I made an appointment with the tattoo parlor for tomorrow. And all you paramedics better pay attention. And thank you so much for joining me for my thoughts while standing in the queue.